Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to your Worst Witch vocabulary lesson for today, Tuesday, the 16th of February. We'll be doing the sentences today based on the vocabulary we circled last week in our Worst Witch books for Chapter 4. So, just as we've done on previous weeks, I'd like you to open your Worst Witch copy and go to the next blank page, have your pencil nicely sharpened, and we're going to put our title, just as we always do, at the top of the page. So our title's quite long for the vocabulary lessons, so we will go quite close to the margin. And remember, neatest cursive writing. So the Worst Witch, so we'll start off with capital T, the, T-H-E, Worst Witch, capital W for worst, W-O, or S-T, the worst witch. And remember, when we're writing the word witch, don't forget the T, W-I-T, ch, witch. A lot of people forget to write that T because you don't really hear it very clearly when you're saying the word. The Worst Witch, and then we're just going to do our dash and we're going to do the word vocabulary. So capital V, O-C, A-B, vocab, U, letter U, and then Larry, L-A, or Y, vocabulary. And then we're going to skip our line just as we always do. And we're going to write chapter 4. So capital C, ch, for chapter ch, a, p, chapter, T, E, or chapter 4, and a nice big 4 like that. And so far, any of the work that I have been sent based on this, I've been very impressed with. So anyone who has been photographing their work, I'm very impressed with the sentences you've written. And those of you who I haven't seen your work, I'm sure your sentences are very good as well. So I look forward to seeing them when we return to school. So we have 5 words again this week from last week's chapter. So the first ones, you can write number 1 inside the margin like that. The first one we had was the word vaguely, vaguely, V-A-G-U-E-L-Y. Now, who can remember the word vaguely? Do you remember what it means? So if you do, you can answer back now. I'll leave you some space to speak. So the word vaguely, what does vaguely mean? Yes, vaguely is unclearly. If something is unclear to you, it's vague to you. So in the book, it was Mildred was remembering vaguely the spell. So it wasn't very clear in her mind. She sort of remembered it, but not very well. It was quite vague. So vague on its own, V-A-G-U-E, means unclear, and vaguely means unclearly. And then we're going to skip a line and we're going to write our next word. Can anyone remember what the next word was? Or is it vague to you? The second word was the word insisted. Insisted, which is a good word to use in writing. S-I-S, Ted, T-E-D, insisted. Apologies for the ding in the background. That's an email coming through. I'll mute that. Okay, insisted. If you're insisting to do something, insisted. So if you're insisting, you are demanding. You're saying something very surely. You're very sure or certain of something. That's being insistent. So if you're putting insisted in a sentence, you might say, I did clean my room yesterday, insisted Mary. So it's like she's saying, I definitely did, if you're sure of something. Or if someone was to ask you, did you put that, I'm trying to think, did you put that glass back on the table when I said to? And you say, yes, I definitely did. You'd be saying, I did put the glass back, insisted Tommy. So if you're insisting something, you're sure of it. That's insisted. And now we're going to skip a line and we're going to write the third word, which was the word peculiar. We actually don't hear this word too often anymore. It's sort of an older English word, peculiar, but it's a good one. Do you know what peculiar means? Yes, peculiar means strange or odd. If something is rather peculiar, it's very strange or unusual. Peculiar. Okay, and then we're going to skip a line and we're going to do number 4. And number 4 was the word appalling. Appalling. Again, a really good descriptive word, appalling. A-P-P, so 2 P's, 2 L's, A-P-P-A-L-L-I-N-G. And what does appalling mean? You said, that is appalling. Very good. It means terrible. That's just awful. So like really bad, appalling. So if you said to someone, if someone scribbled all over their copy, you'd probably say, that's appalling work. It's terrible work, terrible writing. If it was all scribbly, it's appalling. So if something is appalling, it's really bad. And in the chapter in the book, it was when they were talking about appalling conduct, which means appalling behavior, terrible behavior. If someone is behaving badly, perhaps in school or outside of school, that's what appalling means. Okay, now the 5th word, we're going to have to go to the next page for me, but you'll just skip a line and write it underneath. And that is the word eager. So number 5, and then the word eager. E-A-G-E-R. Eager. Now, do you know what the word eager means? So eager, if you're eager to do something, it means you really want to do it. Or if you're eager to have something, it means you really want to have it. So it's really wanting is what eager means. So if you're eager to go to the zoo, you really want to go to the zoo, or you're eager to do your homework very quickly so that you can watch your favorite TV program, it means you really want to get it done fast so you can watch your favorite TV show. That's what eager means, really wanting something. Okay, so as I always do, I'm going to give you a sentence for the first one. You can take my sentence if you wish, or I'd be even more impressed if you could think of one yourselves. But whatever about the first one, insisted, peculiar, appalling, and eager, I definitely want you to think of your own sentences for those. And I have put examples of sentences with those words in the activity box back on Seesaw. So be sure to look at the examples because it can give you an idea for a sentence. But please don't just copy those sentences because that's not using your own brain at all. So I'm going to do a sentence with you with the word vaguely. And remember we said that meant unclearly. So I'm going to be putting that as number 1 because it's sentence 1 from chapter 4. And the sentence I'm writing is this. So I'm doing capital T for the. I'm saying the. Oops, that's not the best G. The, she, or A-N-N-Y. The granny vaguely, V-A-G-U-E-L-Y, the granny vaguely remembers, or E-M-E-M-B-E-R-S, the granny vaguely remembers I'm going to just skip a line. By the way, if you can hear noise in the background, I don't know if it's coming across in the microphone. It's my washing machine, so I apologize if you do hear that. You'll be like, is there a tractor in her house? There is not, but maybe you don't notice it. The granny vaguely remembers when she was 7 years old. So when she was 7 years old. Why do you think a granny might only vaguely remember when they were 7? Yes, because it was a long time ago. So as you get older, your memories get less and less clear. So because Because, a really good spelling to know, guys. So revise that one, because compound word be and cause, Cause, because it is so long ago. So long ago. So that's my sentence for vaguely. The granny vaguely remembers when she was 7 years old because it was, or because it is so long ago. Maybe that should be because it was so long ago. And that would be very true of older people, remembering stuff from when they were very young. It would be quite vague. So remember, you underline your word in either a red twistable, or you can underline it in red pen. So each of the words in each sentence: vaguely, insisted, peculiar, appalling, and eager. Remember to underline them once you've written the sentence, so that the word is very obvious. Okay, so best of luck, and I look forward to seeing your work. Bye.